Good morning, everybody. I am Gianmaria Zanella, Manager Research and Development of VasonGroup. And today we will talk together about the inactivated yeast used during the alcoholic fermentation. These products could be interesting not only during the alcoholic fermentation, but they have an action that can be interesting during all the life of that wine in which they are added. The market is asking for wine with low levels of SO2, and this is why, as enologists, we need to use different kind of antioxidant, like tannins or yeast derivatives. The tannins are not enough because they are not able to substitute the conventional antioxidant. Tannins are good to work in direct consumption of oxygen, but no more. Some innovative specific inactivated yeast like the XPro range can make several actions to enhance the shelf lives and also to prevent and remedy the oxidation and the oxidability of wines. This is an operation that we like to call identification of wines because we believe that the XPro products can contribute to identify better the wines, preserving and enhancing the characteristics of the grapes from which the process of vinification started. Let's see together the XPro range. The conventional or traditional inactivated yeast are produced without respect of the yeast strains, and it's easy to recognize this fact because the smell is not so good. It reminds of soup or something that was heated. The specific inactivated yeast of the XPro range are made with an exclusive method with physical process that doesn't provide increasing of temperature during the inactivation step. The XPro process guarantees a high respect of the raw material, the yeast strain where the process starts. And this is why all the range have a high antioxidant potential, easy to analyze, for example, with the DPPH assay method. The antioxidant properties of yeast derivatives can be attributable to their content in GSH, but not only. In fact, these antioxidant properties are due mostly to other part of molecules called thiolic function of reductive cysteine forms, like free cysteine or bounded to proteins. The natural values of these molecules are related to the production technology, and higher natural levels are possible only with some specific physical process that are typical in the XPro process. It has been established that the same yeast strain, here we can see the Saccharomyces cerevisiae strain that is used in the production of XPro protection, produced with the XPro process, contains more than 6 times of the values of these molecules than the same yeast strain inactivated with the traditional process, that is a thermal inactivation. This is worth for all the XPro products, and therefore a juice that will ferment with addition of an XPro product will be less oxidizable than the control juice in which they didn't add an XPro product. This is the main feature of every XPro product, but they also have specific features on colloidal stability, on organoleptical point of view, but also on perlage, but obviously on the shelf life. Let's see the range and their features then. XPro Protection, XPro Grapes, XPro Identity White, XPro Identity Red, XPro Finesse, and the last born in Enologica Vason, the XPro Verve. Let's see the XPro Protection, a specific inactivated yeast that works on shelf life. A must added with 10 gram hectoliters of XPro Protection has an immediate improvement effect, but it will last over time. This is easy measurable with the C-Lab analysis, where we can measure what is seen by the human eye. The performance of X-Pro protection are better than the heat inactivated one on brightness, the luminance, for example, on a B chrome, that means that the wine produced will be less yellow, and also on the A chrome, that lead to a wine more green on the visual point of view. Furthermore, X-Pro protection prevents the browning of the wine produced, and it's better than the traditional inactivated yeast, and also better than to clarify after the wine with a PVPP, for example, that is a subtractive action. Talking about the X-Pro grapes, if we add X-Pro grapes in the early stage of vinification process, we will see a behavior similar to X-Pro protection on the C-Lab, but thanks to its composition of the X-Pro grapes, we will have better alcoholic fermentation and less values of volatile acidity and lactic acid due to its action against spoilage microorganisms. Furthermore, it will help on decreasing oxidizable polyphenols like catechins, and it also works on decreasing turbidity. X-Pro Identity White is specific for white wines, and it works on the antioxidant point of view, but it also helps to stabilize wine on protein point of view, decreasing the protein instability over time, as reported on these trials on Chardonnay. It also works on vegetal and bitterness, enhancing the minerality and varietal aromas. X-Pro Identity Red is our tool for the red, and it has a specific feature to assist on color stability over time, because it works with the copigmentation effect, as reported on these trials on Sangiovese. It also enhanced the organoleptical profile with an action against vegetal bitterness and harsh tannins. X-Pro Finesse is the specific product for second fermentation, and its antioxidant properties helps to preserve the SO2 free form during the second fermentation, as reported on these Prosecco trials. The total SO2 is the same than control, but the free form is higher because the wine produced is less oxidizable. X-Pro Finesse has also other features, and it works on perlage. The second fermentation made with X-Pro Finesse lead to a better persistence over time of the foam, a high level of the foam, and a better size of the bubbles, as the analytical determination with Mosalux says. The last, but not the least, is the X-Pro Verve. As the other products of the X-Pro range, it increased the shelf life, but it also works on the well-being of the active dry yeast chosen to ferment. This action is due to its natural high content in amino acids, cofactor, and microelements of the yeast strain that are preserved with the X-Pro process. The result is an improvement on the kinetics of alcoholic fermentation, but also leads to a wine more clean, respectful of the grapes where everything starts. Furthermore, some trials performed during rehydration of the active dry yeast has proved that the alcoholic fermentation is better conducted, and this is due to its natural richness in indispensable molecules of for the active dry yeast during this stage of the alcoholic fermentation. The use of specific inactivated yeast, the correct dosage, and the correct time of addition of X-Pro products during alcoholic fermentation, can be a key factor to decrease the conventional antioxidant in wines. The point is that X-Pro product helps to improve shelf life, but they also have a specific action that helps winemaking more than the traditional yeast derivatives. X-Pro, an innovative range made with a new process, has strong natural antioxidant properties and also offers different products with several specific action and specific application. Thanks to everybody. Sorry for my bad English. And I would like to thank Enologica Vason, Duclas USA, and all my lab staff, and also the Giotto Consulting. Thank you. Bye.